Yo, Jeff, good morning, brother. Didn't I just see you guys? uh, Ellen Unger, good morning, dear. Margie, good morning, sweetheart. I read, Margie, I saw your message yesterday. Thank you very much. Thank you, Margie. I'm so grateful to you, Margie, really. And I think I care about you guys same. I'm seeing if they put me back on the schedule for the school I've been substitute teaching at. I was off the schedule. I don't know why. The corporation that runs it, sometimes I was up to like 7 schools and they brought me back down to 4 and they took away the school that I enjoy the most. I don't know if they're going to have any summer programs. I doubt it. The school year is over. The school year is over. Good morning, everybody. It is the 19th of June, Friday. Man, thank God we're all sitting, chilling out. Can you imagine waking up in a cage right now? You think the people that are incarcerated are getting coffee right now? I don't think so. Are they being harassed by a bunch of jerk-off cops or guards? Probably. Good morning, Jerry and everybody. Lisa's here. This is so crazy. Ah! Good morning, Rebecca. Gail Ann says, I would make everyone dancing every day. I used to love to dance. We had high school dances every Friday and Saturday. My school was awesome. From 1977 to 1981, when I went to high school, we danced. I have something to tell you guys. It should make you feel good because we're all in the same. We all feel the same about this asshole, right? This is a guy that loves the limelight, correct? He loves to be in the center of attention. Was his son recently married? Did Donald Jr.'s son recently get married? Yeah. So where was his son married? Where did his son get married? Donald Jr. got married in the Bahamas. Guess what goes on in the Bahamas? In the Bahamas, you could be extradited. Who was at the Bahamas wedding when Donald Trump didn't show up? The international police, they were there to arrest him. Donald Trump did not attend his son's wedding because the international police, remember I talked about the international police last year in The Hague, Netherlands? There has to be some sort of group of people that overlook what's going on the earth globally, not just every little nation. We're only 5% of the world's population, mind you. So there's a big world out there. And the International Criminal Court, they determine who has committed crimes against the world. Such as what? Genocide, crimes against humanity, right? That's what Donald Trump's guilty of. So the international police, Trump knew he's a coward. He didn't go to his son's wedding, not because he didn't have the time, not because he didn't want to be in the photo ops. He didn't go to his son's wedding because he would have been arrested. Is that pretty cool? Does that make you feel good? The international police were there in the Bahamas, prepared to arrest Donald Trump at his son's wedding. So I learned that yesterday. I'm like, man, that's freaking awesome. I knew the international police were they're still on top of this. That's the reason Putin and Netanyahu didn't go to the Pope's funeral. Why? They would have been arrested. You can't break laws internationally and think you're Mr. King shit. You got to answer to somebody. And that's the international police, Interpol. So anyway, I don't have my glasses. I don't know. Let me just say good morning to everybody here. Margie, Ellen Unger, Gail Ann, Rebecca, Margie, Wendy, Chris J. Trump was just in France. Why didn't they arrest him there? Because I think he has something. He has something in the mix with the prime minister. That guy. What's it? Macron? Macron? I think Macron and he are. Lining their pockets. I think Macron. I don't trust Macron. How can you trust Macron? Did you see what he's married to? Who he married to? Who he's married to? He's a weird little guy, Macron. But yeah, Chris. I don't know why that. I don't know why. But in the Bahamas, in the Bahamas, he was open game. Chris, I love how you question. I mean, I don't know everything, but I did find that out yesterday. You can be extradited from the Bahamas. Mr. Cupcake and Mr. Cutie are out for this morning coffee. Actually, he's tea right now. Doctors at 10 this morning. Well, good luck to Mr. Cutie. Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Tina. Good morning, konnichiwa. So good to see you. Konnichiwa. My Japanese do speak like that. They're very, my dad used to do that. And now I know why, because that's how they talk in Japan. Tina, konnichiwa. And the women, they speak, they talk really light, and the men are, oh. It looks like it's going to be a pretty day. It looks like it's going to be a pretty day. I was so happy. I was fixed my coffee, went into the mud room, and I looked out at the bird feeders. The birds are all happy. I'm so glad that you guys hung out with me so I could fill the bird feeders last night. It's important. The birds need food. You can't neglect the birds. Good morning, folks. I'm going to start taking this NAC, but you probably look at it as CAN. It's NAC. I'm supposed to take it 2 or 3 times a day, so I'm just taking 2 in the morning. 2 tablets. Yo, you guys want to do? What do you guys want to do today? I have an idea. We could do something today. I'm gonna share this with you. What I think we could do. Wait, hold on. My mom is going to lunch with Mrs. Mikowski today. Mrs. Mikowski, she's like a mom to me. I'm old enough, I could call her Linda, but she's always Mrs. Mikowski. When I was a lifeguard at the swim team at the swim club, all the families would feed the lifeguards. Hey, Jerry, you hungry? Yeah. I mean, Jesus, I would never say no. And Mrs. Mikowski would always, barbecuing hamburgers and stuff, and I always have food. Mrs. Mikowski, when my mom was sick, was one of the few people that dropped off food from my mom. I'm not a great cook, and I would not be able to cook for my mom. She would not be happy with my preparation. But Mrs. Mikowski dropped off homemade chicken noodle soup, and my mom loved it. She's like, "Oh, Jerry, this soup tastes so good." So my mom's taking Mrs. Mikowski out for lunch today. Okay, so since my mom's going out to lunch with with her, I'm going to go get my nails done. my toenails are getting too long, and my nails look like shit. See? They're terrible. Look at that. Ah! They don't look good. So I'm going to go get my nails done today. $35, $10 tip. Is that all right with you? So I'll bring you to the nail salon with me. I'll bring you to the nail salon with me. Oh my God. I want to get one of those things that translates, because I know they talk about me. Oh, the big guy's here again. Is his mom here? No, he came by himself. I know if they talk. I hear them. Have you guys heard about, they have the new earplugs? You can adjust it and you can listen to conversations in foreign languages. Yeah, they make them right now. I'm gonna get the woman that does my nails. Her name is Vicky, but I'm sure that's not her real name. Her daughter's name is Tracy. I usually give my mom Vicky because I really love Vicky. Vicky's a tiny girl, tiny woman. She has little hands, but gives you nice massages on your feet. So I'm glad I get Vicky to myself today because my mom's not going with me. So I'll get Vicky, and Vicky has asked me many times, can she paint my nails blue? Because she knows I like the color blue. Jerry, I know your color. I know you like color blue. I said, yeah, Vicky, how'd you know that? She watches this podcast. She watches our podcast. The lady that does my nails watches us. Anyway, I'm going to get my nails done today. I just decided that. You get off cheap on those nails. I'm coming to Jersey for mine. Well, I'm moving in, so book me an appointment, please. Jerry, you are so funny. I love it. Shirley Ringgold. Good morning, Shirley Ringgold from Ireland. They're very nice to me there. I know there was one lady, she was like, she was saying something about me once. She was like, I don't want to do it. They were like, oh. I don't know why. Not a lot of guys go, I guess. I don't know. Plus, I'm big. Woo! Happy Friday, yo. Friday. It is Friday. Good morning, Shirley Ringgold. Lisa said, wasn't that so gross? Jackie said, blue to match his swimming outfit. What was gross? Jesse, no, Lisa, wasn't that so gross? I saw that, Gail Ann. What happened? Good morning, Amy Laundry. Good morning, Spirit. Good morning from sunny St. Martin, Jerry. This person is reaching us. Her name is Renato Rodriguez. There's a gentleman here, Renato Rodriguez, saying hello to us from St. Martin. What? We never had anyone from St. Martin before. Go. Good morning, Renato Rodriguez, R&R. When he's in St. Martin, they go, Renato Rodriguez, ladies and gentlemen. Renato, are you a boxer? Do you fight? Share what you do in St. Martin. Galen, did you see it when Trump tried planting a kiss on Macron's wife? Ugh. Macron's wife is creepy. She's so skinny. She got a big head, little body. Big hair, little body. I think Macron's wife smacked the shit out of him one day. Did you see that? The doors opened up and he was like, hello. He was like, did you see that clip? Macron's wife smacked him. He's like the leader of France. He's like, and ladies and gentlemen, the leader of France. And like, dun, dun, dun. And he's like, hey. He's like, oh. His wife got a shot in on his ass. I don't know what he did to piss her off, but she smacked him in front of the world. Oh my God. Good morning, spirit in the sky. Good morning, real Goldilocks. B-Ball. Good morning. Ellen Unga. Jerry, question. Does your area have a lot of dew? If so, won't the bird seeds mold? No. They're right by the shed. My bird feeders are right near the shed, so they stay in the shade for the day. The birds don't want to eat out in the sun like that. They feel vulnerable. They like to be, the birds don't like to be hot. They can get warm all by themselves. That's why they got feathers. They don't need the heat. The birds like the shade. They like the sun in the wintertime. Rebecca's saying, Jerry, brother, eggs, oats, and your fruit. You're going to have more energy than ever. I'm going to be good, Rebecca. I shared this with Jackie. My mom is becoming forgetful. The dishwasher, I started the dishwasher this morning. Usually she starts the dishwasher. She hasn't. So I started it because, the dishwashers start to stink when if you load them, dishwashers smell after 2 or 3 days if you have loaded it. You know what I mean? So I just started the dishwasher this morning. It's sad. My mom is usually on top of everything. Anyway, as long as her appetite is good and she's not anxious or angry, she's happy. Just starting to forget things. But I forget things too. I mean, we all forget shit. I don't know. Eleanor says Trump is definitely a complete narcissist. Shirley Ringgold, love her. Gail Ann. Tina's telling Shalane good morning. Tina's such a sweet woman. Tina is a medical professional in Indiana. She's in her 60s, still working. Every morning she leaves us at like 5:30. She's like, bye, gotta go. Go make that money. I got to go save lives. Shalane Thomason, God bless you. Chris J, everybody's here. All right, you guys, we have 50 people on with us right now. Do you believe that? We have 50 people joining in on our lives now. I'm going to go outside and see what the temperature is here in South Jersey. I got to fill my bird bath with some water. There's no water in my bird bath. And my bird feeders all have food. We did it last night, remember? So let's go outside and make another cup of coffee first. Let's go outside. He was not, I don't know, Chris put up a good, well, Jerry, he was in France. Well, maybe we have an agreement with France, right? France, if we arrested Donald Trump in France, it might cause France some economic instability. I don't know, but I don't think the Bahamas would give a shit. So from my understanding, the international police, whose job it is to arrest criminals, war criminals, The international police has a warrant out for Benjamin Netanyahu's arrest for what he's done in Gaza. The International Criminal Court has a warrant out for Putin's arrest for what he's done in Ukraine. Now they have a warrant out for this asshole for what he's done in Iran. You can't murder 160 young girls and think no one's going to call you out on it. They did call him out on it. The International Criminal Court. So when Donald Trump Jr. was just married in the Bahamas and his father did not show up at his own son's wedding, why did he do it? Why didn't he show up? It's my understanding the international police were in the Bahamas prepared to arrest Donald Trump. Bahamas does not recognize, this doesn't have a treaty with other countries. They don't have a treaty with us. You can be extradited in the Bahamas. You've done a crime, put your hands behind your back, and they'll take you away if you're in the Bahamas. That's my understanding. And it comforts me. It comforts me. He knows the noose is tightening around his neck. All right, I'm going to take you guys outside. Let me just catch up and say good morning and read. I think I've said hi to everybody. Wendy says, I don't appreciate it when people start talking in a different language on purpose or speak both English and their language. It's quite rude. You know they're talking about me. I know. But Vicky likes me. She's cute. Like, she likes me. And her daughter is nice. I don't think they're really making fun of me, although they could. I want to get those. They're a new earpiece. And it translates for you, like right away. I don't know. It would be fun to have. Spirit in the Sky is saying, congratulations to my Knicks. This was so good for New York. I'm happy for New York. I really am. But guess what? With everything going on in the world, I don't really give a shit. And those seem like really nice guys, really good guys at the Knicks. I'm boycotting football, that's for sure, but if this stuff's still going on. Joe Bankey's saying, happy Juneteenth. Spirit in the Sky says, what did the Iran war accomplish? First of all, the agreement prior to this that Obama set was stability for no nuclear they weren't going to develop any nuclear weapons. They were going to adhere to inspections. It was going to cost us $150 billion. Now, what did Trump do? There's no stability with their nuclear weapons. They can do what the fuck they want. They can do what the heck they want. And it went from $150 billion to $300 billion. So Donald Trump, Mr. Art of the Deal, he fucked it up bad. We're in twice as worse. We're twice as worse off. And then in addition to that, all the military bases that have been bombed are destroyed. And there's a lot more men and women dead than we realize. It's not 18, it's not 33. There's hundreds that are dead. I'm curious to know if Vicky's business has been hurt by the boycott. Good morning, all. Good morning. No, I go to a place called Cuticle Nail, like cute. You're cute. Cuticle Nail. That's where I go. Gail Ann said someone ran a test on the water in the reflecting pool. It showed maximum levels of phosphorus. So that feeds the algae. It's my understanding that the blue pool absorbs more heat into the water. The water gets warmer faster because of the color blue, and algae and mold grow in heat. That's how stupid his people are. J.D. Vance already canceled the trip to sign the peace deal because Israel is upset. They want to keep bombing Lebanon. Israel needs to be bombed in submission and just shut the fuck up. Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal. He needs to be arrested. Hopefully he'll be taken out. Benjamin Netanyahu is He's a creep. Who cares what Israel wants? They're the size of New Jersey. Don't ever forget that Israel's the size of New Jersey. Just think about that. Whenever you think about, well, Israel said this, and Israel. Yeah, they're the size of New Jersey. They're just a bunch of bullies. What did Iran war accomplish? The deaths are met. I saw that. When you are in another country for extended time, you start to pick up phrases and learn to communicate. When I was in 5th grade and we were stationed in Germany, I had to take German. And I learned the most important word, the most important things to say in German. Kann wir haben eine Speisekarte bitte? Can we have a menu, please? Can we have a menu? I want to know what you think is more important than having a menu in another country. I'll wait. You need a menu. Or you can say you're tired. Ich bin müde. Müde is tired. I am strong. Ich bin stark. I'm tired. I feel strong. Ich bin hungrig. I am hungry. That's important. Haben Sie Wasser? Do you have some water? I'm thirsty. All the basics. Rebecca's right. You do learn the basics when you go to another country, and those are what I learned. My parents were so impressed with me because I went to a restaurant with them, and I said to the waitress, I was like, Kann wir haben eine Speisekarte bitte? And my parents were like, ooh. And you get a German menu, what are you going to get? Bratwurst and sauerkraut. It's all the same. Ellen Unger says, Wendy, honey, stay away from Florida. You start to think you're in another country, but I do agree with you. How long will we last in another country? Not learning their language. I don't hold it against anyone when I hear them speaking their own native tongue. I was sitting at O'Connor's bar once, and like 5 guys came in at the bar. And this is like 4 years ago. My dad was still alive, so it was 7 years. It was 6, 7 years ago. I'm sitting at O'Connor's bar on a Sunday afternoon after church, ready to watch some football. They have screens all around the bar. It's a nice place to go watch games. And 5 guys came in, and they were like, they're talking Spanish very openly at the bar. And I did say to them, I said, yo, guys, man, not for anything. I can't speak 2 languages like you guys, but there are older folks in here, and it throws them off when you speak Spanish so loudly. And they kind of quiet it down a little bit. But, you know, if you're getting old and you have Alzheimer's and you hear people talking in another language, you think, what the fuck? Where am I? What world am I in? Right? You got to think about other people. That's all I say. When I hear people talk in their language, like I said, listen, there's old folks, you confuse them. I agree with you. They should speak English around older folks. But anyway, let's go outside. I'm going to have some coffee. Let's go see what the temperature is here in New Jersey. Oh, see you, creepo. You creep, you creep, you creep. Let's get this guy out of here already. Sweet Jesus. Go already. We want normalcy back, you moron. Oh my gosh. Sweet Jesus. Oh. Ah. All right. Oh. I see 4 squirrels. There's 4 squirrels down there. They're enjoying that food. I wish you could see them. Let me see. I'll turn this around. You see the squirrels? 4 of them. Those little bastards. Nah, squirrels got to eat too, you know? All right. See what the temperature is. $76, right? It's nice out, man. It feels nice out. 76 degrees, yo. Oh, were we just out here last night? uh, so I'm curious. Okay, I'm asking something. So my mom's going out with a friend of ours, Mrs. Mikowski, whose husband's still alive, Mr. Mikowski. I love Mr. Mikowski. He's like the sweetest man. But pool needs some water. Anyway, let me look. Let me water these things real fast. Oh, shit. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Keep getting big. Keep growing. Okay, here's what I want to ask you guys. Since I was a boy in this town, my parents they're nice friends, right? Mr. and Mrs. Voracious, the Mikowskis, the Wilkinsons, the Laraways, the Overleys. I've known these people since I was a boy, when I was, since I was 13. And they always feed me when I was a lifeguard. I told you that. I'm 62 years old now. They've given me the opportunity many times. Jerry, call me Dave. I don't have it in me. Is that weird? I'm 62 years old and I still call them, hi, Mr. Mikowski. Hi, Mrs. Mikowski. Hi, Mrs. Webb. Hi, Mr. Mr. Webb's passed, but hi, Mrs. Webb. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Wilkinson. Hi, Mrs. Wilkinson. I don't call them by their name. Hi, Doris. I just don't have it in me. Are you guys similar like that? Or, because I don't feel, well, I'm 62 years old, it's true. I don't feel like they are my equal. They are older than I. And I have fond memories of, they always treated me very nicely as a young man. So I don't really want to call them by their first name. I don't feel comfortable. So I continue to say, hi, Mrs. Laraway. Hi, Mrs. Mikowski. Hi, Mrs. Wilkinson. Hi, Mrs. Webb. I will never call her, hi, Gloria. Hi, Doris. It doesn't sit right with me. Anyway, everybody's different. I'm a nerd like that. But I think it's a sign of respect and affection. I will never, ever call them by their first name. Ever. I'm not calling you Dad. Ever. Will Ferrell. Remember Step Brothers? If you know, you know. Shush. All right, let's go out in the front yard. I hope it's sunny today because I want to do some laundry. Look at how pretty the clouds are in the distance. Somebody should turn this around. I'm just so you can see how pretty the clouds are in the east. This is my country, land that I love. I pledge my allegiance to America, my home. That's why I can't leave. I belong here. So we got some rolls. Mom picked up some rolls yesterday. We got plums. They're getting ripe. This one's getting nice. This one's all right. These Mother Day balloons, geez, they're never going to die. They've been there since Mother's Day. Oh, well. These are my dad's ashes. This is my dad. Mom forgot to put his nightlight on. That's Daddy's nightlight, but my mom usually puts it on for him. But oh. Oh, Lord. My mom got another package. It must have blown over here. Sounds like vitamins. Oh. I'm out of coffee. I only got one left. Only one left. I need water. Jesus, it's always summer. Oh, Jared, don't complain. You got to fill the water up. Big deal. Let me just fix my coffee, and then we're going to sit down. And I'm going to sit at my dad's desk, and I'm going to read everything you guys are saying. Let me just have a second cup of coffee. It's 76 degrees outside. It's kind of cloudy. Feels very pleasant. It's not humid out, but it's 76 degrees. It's nice. And I'm going to go in the pool probably around 11. I'll bring you guys with me this afternoon when I'm in the pool, because my mom will be out at lunch with her girlfriend. All right. Holy moly, I got to catch up. Rebecca's giving advice on how to find a man. Patricia wants to be adopted by my mom. Yeah, prepare yourself. You think it's easy being my mother's kid? It's not. Oh my God, you guys are freaking hilarious. I love you. Some folks would let the fruit rot rather than give it away, Titan. Thanks, man. I love farmers market too. Today's Friday. There's a big flea market at farmers market today. Fridays and Thursdays and Sundays. Spirit, this guy says, "Dang, who has it better than Jerry?" I'm very blessed, man. I'm so happy to be with my mom. I've had a lot of bad things happen in the past, but I had to get through them, and thank God I'm here for my mom. I was here when my dad passed away, and it's just me and my mom now. I love plums. I love plums. Especially when you stick your thumb in a pie and you pull out a plum. Hold on. Let me get some honey. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of honey in my coffee. We get a little bit of splash of milk. Hold on. It's Friday. I'm going to eat watermelon and blueberries. And I'm going to have a yogurt. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. My sister's wedding. Oy. Oh. All right, man. Let me catch up with you guys. So went outside. The birds are singing. I got to fill the bird bath. I'll do that when I get off the phone with you guys. It's 76 degrees in New Jersey and a little bit of clouds. That's it. Just a cloudy day here in Jersey on a Friday. So Dan the man says, if I still lived in my old neighborhood, I couldn't imagine calling the Stiflers by their first names. Don't even know their first name. The Stiflers. So I'm curious to see if you guys were listening when I said, I don't feel comfortable calling people in their 80s by their first name. I've called them their last name my whole life. What am I? What am I, like, Mr. I don't know. What am I, grown up now? Yeah, I'm 62 years old. I should be a grown up, but I don't feel comfortable calling them by their first name. They'll always be Mr. and Mrs. to me. And they showed me a lot of love as a child. So I feel like calling them by their first name is robbing me of my childhood memories of how nice they were to me when I was a kid. You know, it's a nice feeling when you're a lifeguard and all the parents, you're on the swim team with their kids. They respect you as a young person and they feed you all the time. I don't know. Shalane has a boyfriend. Woo, says Jackie. I told them, Chris May, I said, I can't do it, Mr. Wilkinson. Call me Dave. I'm like, I can't do it, Mr. Wilkinson. I can't call you Dave. Oh, my God. Shalane says she sees a man from Veracruz. Tina says she feels the same way. Jonathan Barr says, I'm in my 50s and still address them as Mr. and Mrs. Thank you. See, I know we're all friends for a reason. We must feel the same about certain things. That's so freaking great. It's called respect, says Tina. And so does Shalane. Dan says, Jerry, it makes sense. You spent years respectfully calling them by their last names, right? I do. I do not. I will stay formal, Lisa. Do they have a term for back porch pregnancy? What the hell is that? What's that mean? Back porch pregnancy. I don't know. You guys can't read this. Once my sister bought my mom something, and it was this. I'll show it to you. This is how you say coffee in New York. That's how you say coffee in New York or Brooklyn. Coffee. Can I have a coffee? You want some coffee? I got some coffee. You want coffee? You got coffee. You want some coffee? What do you want in your coffee? You want some sugar? You want some milk? You want it black? However the hell you want your coffee, I'll make it. My cousins, man, I'm glad my dad did not bring us back to Brooklyn when he retired from the military. That would have been, I would have been a completely different person. I would have been mean and nasty and I don't know. All my cousins sound like they're nuts. Hey, Jay, how's it going over there? Gerard. Oh. Spirit in the Sky says, Jerry, let's go to the Oktoberfest. In Germany? I will go. Don't you guys forget this. How many languages can you speak? Probably not many. When you hear these people talking in broken English, give them credit. Many of them speak 2 or 3 or 4 languages. English is their 4th language. or fifth language. And here we are, Americans, full of ourselves, making fun of them. What did he say? Making fun of people's accents. That's not good. Always realize this. If someone's speaking broken English, they're smarter than you because you can't speak a lick of their language, but at least they're trying to speak English, I think. All right. Does anybody have anything going on you want to share with your family? I know that Jeff is on the mend, so he's cool. Does anybody have anything going on they want to share so I can ring the bell and send you some good thoughts? There's 49 people of us right now on this platform, okay? If there's something going on that you want to share, share it. Good morning, Dan the Man. I'm just backing up. Rebecca's talking deep. I don't know what she's saying here. I'm missing it. It's not her fault. It's just I was not catching it. Because you don't want any lies put out on the street that a guy has done something with your daughter, this way, not a chance of it. I don't. Wendy says, Rebecca, we have the Tahoe days at the livestock show and rodeo every year. Wendy's from Wyoming. I'm from New Jersey. We don't talk about rodeos, but I'm referring to people in general speaking their language around people who they know only understand and speak English. I had 4 squirrels out there. Lisa's acknowledging it. That's like a stampede of squirrels. 4 squirrels. They're all dry humping my freaking bird feeders. Jeff is sharing his anniversary with his wife. I think her name is Deborah. Or no, I forget. Jeff, I'm sorry, I forget your wife's name. He's saying we went to a nice restaurant and had a bottle of wine and some seafood and steak at a restaurant called Point 57. It was great. Note to everybody, if you go down to Cape Coral, Florida, there's a restaurant there called Point 57 with great seafood and steak. Patricia Williamson says she likes the doll. This ass, ho lo 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 lo. Frugal Anista saying, I worked in Miami in the 80s and interviewed a teller who bought her child, who brought her child in to translate. I said, really? My manager said she will be working in a branch in Hialeah. Hire her. Wendy, my brother and I were very upset, and we only learned about Juneteenth about 5 years ago. They hid so much important history for decades. I can't be the only kid when you're sitting there and they were talking about Columbus, you were rolling your eyes like, how the fuck did he discover it? The Indians were already here. That never made sense to me as a young boy. The Indians were here, so Columbus didn't discover shit. And we know now the Vikings were here 500 years before Columbus, and the Chinese could have been here 1,000 years before the Vikings. And now we're finding out the Egyptians could have been here before everybody. That's why you can't go into the Grand Canyon anymore. They found Egyptian hieroglyphics and the Egyptians were probably here first. Egyptians, Africans, right? So the Egyptians, Africans were here first, went to the Grand Canyon, did their stuff, and then later on came the Chinese. They've been here. And then you had the Vikings. They've been here. And then you had the Native Americans. They were here. They've been here for thousands of years. And then stupid-ass Columbus, who was an asshole. Columbus was a real jerk-off. Read his writings. The natives are so kind. They're giving us everything we want. They're welcoming us with open arms. They will be easy to subdue, and they will make terrific slaves. The words of Columbus. So Columbus Day is a done deal. There's no Columbus Day anymore. Everybody knows Columbus was an asshole. So my Italian friends are like, well, what the hell are we going to hold on to? What do we got? You got The Godfather. You got Tony Soprano. Relax. Everybody knows Italy is a place with art. Da Vinci was Italian, right? A lot of amazing Italian men back in the day. Oh, that's what Rebecca's saying. She's saying down in Mexico, people sit on their front porches and everybody knows each other. Jerry, did you see the damage Ukraine put on Moscow? I did not. Want me to pull it up on the internet? That's cool. That's pretty. The Russian people are beautiful people, man. It's the government that are assholes. Russian people are beautiful. Ukrainian people are beautiful. Jewish people, they're beautiful too. But it's the Jewish government. It's our governments that are fucking everything up, guys. And the military machine in each country. We could just get rid of the politicians. We'd be all right. I want someone to knock Pete Hegseth the fuck out. I hope it's videotaped. I want to see him going, pow. I want to see him. I went, boom. Like one of these. Ugh. Someone knock him out, will you? Pete Hegseth, that stupid haircut of his. Go get a haircut. I bet his hair looks like this. He always uses gel or some shit. He's ridiculous. His tight-fitting suits, his stupid posturing. He won't shut the fuck up. And he knows he doesn't belong in that position. I'm surprised no military person has actually smacked the shit out of him. Honestly. Do a year in Leavenworth. It'd be worth it. Open hand smack the shit out of Pete Hegseth. Do everybody in America a favor. It would be nice, right? Pow, pow, pow. Just boom, boom, boom. Smack him. Smack the shit out of Pete Hegseth. He's an asshole. And he's a war criminal. All right, I'm looking up damage to Moscow. Bear with me. Damage to Moscow, which doesn't bring me any joy. The Russians, I don't want to see Russians hurt. Wait, what did he say? Trump's kiss attempt sparks a Macron reaction. Who did Trump try kissing? Oh, he tried kissing. You guys said that before. Oh, yeah, let's look at it. Someone said, what did you think about Trump trying to kiss Macron's wife? Let's look at it.
France. He joined world leaders there for the G7 summit and was invited to dinner by Emmanuel Macron at the Palace of Versailles. After the dinner, Trump was caught on camera making a questionable move on Brigitte Macron, following a lip reader's decoded comment earlier in the week. A social media user drew attention to footage of Trump leaving the dinner and wrote that he pulls Brigitte Macron in to kiss her. In the clip, Emmanuel Macron hugs Trump. Brigitte Macron steps forward, and they exchange 2 kisses on each cheek. After a brief pause, Trump appears to point his lips toward her and go in for another kiss before the interaction ends.
Shit.
Here are some celebrities who are still close with members of the Trump family.
Anyway.
One of the most surprising friendships is between Kim Kardashian and Ivanka Trump.
Does it surprise you that Ivanka Trump is friends with Kim Kardashian? It doesn't surprise me at all. They're both very stupid women. Honestly, they don't give to other people. They don't do things for other people. There's nothing maternal about them. They're very selfish girls. Kim Kardashian and Ivanka Trump. Ivana. It doesn't surprise me that they're friends at all. But, damage to Moscow. Jesus, Jerry, will you focus? Cripe-ola. Moscow recently experienced significant damage due to a large-scale drone attack, making one of the most extensive assaults on the city since the onset of the conflict. It involved approximately 32 drones targeting the city. There were 3 fatalities and injuries to at least 18. They always downplay it. You think out of all those 32 drones, zzz, boom, you think it only killed 3 people? It killed more than that. They always lie to us. I don't know. They always lie to us. Jesus, it's crazy. So I'm catching up. You guys are talking. Jeff went on an anniversary. You guys are asking Jeff how his anniversary was, and he went to a place called Point 57. See, I remember. My Amish friends say they speak slop bucket German. All right, I think I'm caught up to there. When I went to Marine Military Academy Prep School down in Harlingen, Texas. A lot of the guys that went to that academy were from Mexico. They came from very wealthy Mexican families. They're beautiful people, the Mexicans. They really are. The Mexicans are a beautiful people. How do I find a taxi? Where's the washroom? Where's the bathroom? Jeff's like Mr. All-American's husband. Good morning, Rebecca. I'm back. I had to make my wife's lunch and see her off. He's a good guy, man. Jeff's wife is still working. Ellen Unger says she took Spanish in 9th grade because she was in love with the teacher, Mr. Lopez. That's cute. Wendy says, Ellen, it's so true. We wouldn't last very long and we would be excluded from things. It's bad enough in Texas. No, thank you. I can't live in Florida. And the hurricanes are worse. It's hot as shit there right now, Florida. Florida and Texas, 2 places you don't want to be right now. It's too hot. And it's only going to get hotter. Spirit in the Sky saying hi to Bella. Oh. Rebecca's husband speaks several languages, but does he prefer his first language? Yes. That's where he has the most confidence, of course. See, and someone would listen to Rebecca's husband speak broken English or English but with an accent, and they would roll their eyes and go, oh, what a stupid. Not realizing Rebecca's husband speaks 3 or 4 languages. I'm just saying, Americans are very smug. We're so full of shit, Americans. We can't even speak English, and we put our nose up at people from other countries. It's a joke. It's a joke. J.D. Vance already canceled the trip to sign the peace deal because Israel is okay. I read that, and I can't. Israel. Any mention of Israel just pisses me off. They're such assholes. Benjamin Netanyahu deserves to be hung. His own people don't want him in office. He created the hostage situation so he could stay in office. Just like Donald Trump created the Iranian issue so he could stay out of jail. But he's not going to. It's all going to surface. It's all surfacing now. When we see so little of the victims stepping up as the media suppressing it, you know that there's a lot happening behind the scenes that we don't see. You cannot trust our media. Israel and the Jewish state control our media. I used to work for CBS. I was an account executive for KYW News Radio. They wanted me to sell $25,000 worth of airtime my first year. Do you know how much airtime I sold my first year? $130,000. I know the advertising industry. I know the business. And I used to read the Philadelphia Business Journal every week and make the proper phone calls to bring people on board to advertise on the only news radio station in Philadelphia, KYW News Radio. What I'm telling you is my knowledge then, everybody's Jewish. The station manager is Jewish. The head of the studio is Jewish. They're all Jewish. They control our media, and Israel controls them. So don't trust anything in the United States media. They're lying to us. Gayle King, she's a traitor. So is Nora O'Donnell. She's a traitor. They'll speak lies to you all day to keep their jobs. They're not telling us the truth. You think our media is telling us the truth? They're not. Who do they get their standing orders from? The Jewish people in the media. It is what it is. God, why are things happening so slowly? Why isn't justice prevailing? It is. We don't hear all the little victories going on in the courts because the Jewish people that run our media, they don't want us to know. They want us to just to act like everything's fine. And it's not. So our TV, I hate TV. I go to YouTube and I watch how the 1600 ships, how the ships in the 1600s were, what went on in the workings of a ship, how to build a shelter. I mean, I travel throughout Ireland on YouTube. There's so many different things to watch on YouTube. You just can't trust TV today in the United States of America. It's all propaganda. Like everything's okay. And it's not. People are incarcerated in cages in our country right now. Don't forget that. Every day you wake up, realize that. You know it. Anyway, let me just stop for a second. Jerry Brother, did you listen to my song? I'm so nervous to give it. Still planning to do it. Shahad says, I take the war correspondents are amazing, and so many of them are dead. Were they taken out on purpose? Yeah. A lot of war correspondents are dead, and they didn't die by just the battle. They were taken out. I believe a lot of our journalists have been removed. It's very frightening. You can't, it's not good. They're taking away our war journalists. I love Mexico. I've been down there. I love Mexican food. I love the Mexican people. Do you know why we can relate to Mexicans? I think a lot of us, they are a Christian nation. They believe in Jesus Christ. They love the Virgin Mary. They are very religious, very spiritual, and very family oriented, and very hardworking. And they love to laugh and have fun. They're a beautiful people, the Mexican people. They're beautiful. Media is propaganda from both sides. Oh my God. I think the right really is pushing it to a fucking whole other level. Oh, Salisbury, where is that? In England? Are you a forensic accountant? Hello, you are speaking very earnestly. I don't know. Titan Brew, who is this guy? Jabal Badal. Jahadabal. Jahabdal. That's how you would say your name, right? Yahadabal? Yahadabal. I don't know. Frugalista remembers 1060. KYW News Radio 1060. And the station manager and everybody of any authority was Jewish. And there's nothing wrong with that. They know their jobs and everything, but I didn't realize then how dark Israel was. Now we all know. Rebecca says, I remember my son crying his little eyes out when he found out his daddy was an alien. Oh, stop. That's so crazy. Any football World Cup games planned? No. I'll show you something my uncle gave me. My uncle Tommy. My mom had four brothers. Her one brother, my Uncle Tommy, was a merchant marine. And when I was 12, 13 years old, he sent me a Yardro for me. Because he always thought I was going to do something special. But he thought a lot of me, my Uncle Tommy. I'm going to show you what he gave me since we're talking about the World Cup. And that's a big thing in the news now. I'm going to show you what my Uncle Tommy gave me 50 years ago. He sent me this. He mailed this to me, and he goes, Cindy, this is for Jerry. And this is a Yardrow, which are expensive pieces of art. And this is the FIFA World Cup. I don't want to drop it. Holy Christ. Let's see what it says here. If I broke that, my mom would kill me. And this was he sent my brother this. Oh, well. There's my mom's room. Oh, this light is shit. It's that light. Oh, but you can't really see. I'm just going to share a picture of my mom and her friends at McGuire Air Force Base. These were all our neighbors. And my mom, we all had little homes. When you have a little place when you're on base. And my mom, this will just show you how diverse Air Force families are. How military families. That's why you're not a bigot if you're in the military. You appreciate and love all nationalities. This is my mom and our neighbors. My mom had a tea party for one of her girlfriends who was Japanese, and Michiko, and I'm going to show you the picture. Japanese. Irish. Gloria, I loved her. African American. Mrs. Castle, Korean. Mrs. Pahoka, German. Dutch. Mrs. Hagerman, I think she was English, and she was Yugoslavian, this lady. She was from Yugoslavia. But there's my mom's friends, and there's my mom. And my mom put out the tea, she was having a tea party. 1972, 73. Mrs. Castle is beautiful, isn't she? I always loved her. Gloria, I loved her too. She had 2 daughters. They taught me how to dance. And then there's my mom and Anyway. Diversity is what makes us great. See, that's how I was raised, knowing that. It's nice having people from other countries and being friends with people from around the world. So this white supremacist bullshit's going to end, and soon. And these people are going to go to all these ICE assholes. We will find you, ICE. You better crawl back under your rocks, but you're not going to go anywhere. There's a paper trail. You've been paid, and we'll find you. So, thank you, Stacy. I like sharing stuff. You know me. You know how I am. Rebecca says kindness doesn't see color. Plenty of bigots in the army. There's a lot of assholes in the army that are bigots. Yeah, it's not good. I was in grade school with little white boys that were very oppressive to the black kids in my class. You're black. They used to say that, and I would tell them to sit down and shut up. I always stuck up for the other kids because I was husky. I was thick. Yeah, you got to stick up for people. Leave them alone. Jerry's going to be living upstairs when we move in. Patricia Williamson says, beautiful living room. Oh my God. Oh, Patricia, I'm going to tell my mom you said that. Old things sent make some money, Jerry. I don't know what he's talking about. See, old things sentimental make some money, Connie. Ellen Unger is. Thank you, Elope. Thank you. See, because I forgot I just showed you the Yardrow, and Elope says that Yardrow is beautiful. Isn't that pretty impressive? That thing was made in 1978. 88, 98, 2008, 2018. So it's over 48 years old. Where's Aggie going? Oh, Tidy Brute says Aggie's telling Jeff, who is in Cape Coral, Florida. He's from Massachusetts. Aggie's from Massachusetts. She's still living up there. Aggie's telling Jeff down in Florida, she's saying, Jeff, I am going into the city tonight with my daughter and son-in-law. So when she says the city, I'm assuming she's saying Boston. Aggie, are you going to Boston? Tina says, Jerry, can you ring the bell for a tiny patient we lost to a tragedy yesterday? I can't get it out of my head. Ring the bell, please. You got it, Tina. This is for Tina's patient, a tiny patient. Maybe she means it's a child. So Tina lost a tiny patient yesterday. So I'm assuming it's either a frail old person or a baby. And Tina is our clinician in Indiana. And she's saying, can I ring the bell for a tiny patient we lost to a tragedy yesterday? I can't get it out of my head. Ring the bell, please. Three sets of three. God bless Tina and all healthcare providers trying to care for people who need care. And it's tough when you lose a patient. God bless Tina and her big heart. God bless Tina and her big heart. You don't want a clinician, you don't want a nurse, you don't want a doctor, you don't want a technician whose heart is not in the right place. Don't become a medical professional because you think you're going to look good in scrubs and you want the adulation or applause or respect of your friends and family, and you go and do a shitty job because your heart's not in it. If you want to become a nurse, care about people. If you want to become a doctor, care about people. If you want to become an x-ray technician, care about people. Don't do it for the wrong reasons. I've seen many clinicians who are clinicians and they entered the profession for the wrong reasons. And guess what? They're shitty clinicians. They're shitty caregivers. It's a calling to become a clinician. It's a calling to become an RN. It's a calling to become a physician. Anything medical, it's a calling. You don't become it because you think you're going to, impress people. You do it because you want to care about other people. When my dad was at University of Pennsylvania and we had to bring him there to get a chest x-ray before he was discharged with heart and lung cancer, a clinician, an x-ray tech, entered his room with a huge x-ray machine, a portable x-ray machine. These things are fucking hundreds of pounds, and they roll them into the room. Have you seen them? Yeah? You've seen them? Well, my poor dad's sitting on the edge of his bed, dying of heart and lung cancer, and this fucking x-ray technician comes barreling in the fucking room with the fucking curtain. My mom moves out of the way for her. She had very short hair, and she was very tough. That's how my mom described her. She was very tough, and she wasn't very pleasant. And she came in my dad's room, and guess what she did? She rolled over his fucking foot with the x-ray machine. It left a mark that wide. Those big-ass wheels, those fucking wheels that hold industrial shit, she rolled it over my dad's foot. What happened to the rule of medicine? Primum non nocere. First, no harm. If you can't talk to somebody and you don't know what the hell to say, shut up. If you don't know how to touch someone appropriately, don't touch them. If you're not going to make the situation better before you arrived and after you arrived, leave. If you can't help the situation, don't touch them. That's the first rule of medicine. Primum non nocere. First, no harm. Medical professionals should never cause more harm than when they encountered the patient. This bitch came into my dad's in his room and rolled over his foot because she probably got called to the last minute and didn't want to do the x-ray or whatever. She came in with an attitude and she rolled over my father's foot. My dad was discharged the next day. All he complained about was his foot. Not that he was dying of heart and lung cancer, but his foot that she had rolled over. So if you don't want to become a medical professional because you care about people, work in a warehouse. Work on a fishing boat. Work at Walmart. Be an asshole waiter or waitress. But don't be a medical professional. That's one thing that still traumatizes me is that my dad went into the hospital diagnosed with heart and lung cancer. He's dying. And then before he's discharged, some asshole rolls over his foot because she's unhappy. And it could have been a he or a she. This isn't a gender thing. She was the x-ray tech. An x-ray tech is there to do x-rays, not inflict pain and harm on their patients. So anyway, I need to get that off my chest. Tina, I'm sorry to hear about your tiny patient. That's terrible. I know the feeling. I've done 6 years in the ER. I was the compression guy. I've seen a lot of people die. Rebecca says, and they're very Christian down in Mexico, which I said, they're very Catholic. And Rebecca's sharing, when you go down to Mexico in December, you see thousands of people in the streets going to churches with flowers for Mother Mary. And that's one thing that Mexicans have in common with the Irish. The Irish love Mary. And that's why the Protestants hate the Irish. They're saying, you can't love Mary. You got to love Jesus. And they're saying, we do love Jesus, but we still love Mary. And the Protestants are saying, yeah, but you can't pray to Mary. And the Catholics are saying, why don't you shut up? Why don't you tell us? Why don't you shut up? If we want to say a prayer to Mary, we're going to pray to Mary. And the Mexicans feel the same way. Mary is to be honored. Mary is Jesus's mother. How do you not love Mary? If you love Jesus, you got to love Mary. So the Mexicans love Mary. And so do the Irish. Oh. Aggie saying Boston is hopping with all the people here for the World Cup. Loads of Scottish men walking around in kilts. It's so nice to see everyone happy and enjoying themselves. That statement made the whole morning great. Aggie sharing that pleasant, wonderful observation of people happy and just enjoying the day in Boston. It sounds wonderful. Aggie, thank you for sharing that. Again, Aggie says, Boston is hopping with all the people here for the World Cup. Loads of Scottish men walking around in kilts. She's excited about that. It's so nice to see everyone happy and enjoying themselves. That is so nice. See, that's why you know you're around people that are good. Aggie is happy because she's enjoying seeing other people happy. That makes Aggie happy. See, if you have a good mental state and you have a good heart and the Holy Spirit is in you, you'll be happy when you see other people happy. Right? This guy, he hates seeing people happy. He wants to see people fucking miserable. He's sick in the head. He has no morals, no conscience, no moral turpitude. A good person loves to see other people happy. It's a whole medical condition. I don't know the psych behind it, but it's a sickness. If you don't like to see other people laugh and you don't like to see other people smile, you're just you're a sick person. And there's people out there that don't want to see people happy, but that's how you know Aggie's on this platform for a reason, and that's why we love Aggie. It's so nice to see everyone happy and enjoying themselves. That's her final sentence. And that says everything I need to know about Aggie and about you. If you like seeing everyone happy, enjoying themselves, does that make you happy? It should. Frugalanista saying, yesterday was the first time in years that I watched anything on CNN for more than a couple of seconds. I just can't with all of our media. Everybody's like that, Frugalanista, and it's by design. The people that are in control of our media, the Jewish state, they know what they're doing. They're flooding you with information and bullshit, when all the reality of things are occurring behind the scenes. It's sad. It's tragic. Stacy, Rebecca. Golf Class says, you need to get news from multiple sources. You'll never get the truth from one. That's the truth. PBS, you can depend on PBS, I think. Stacy Stoltz is telling everybody good morning. I love all those things that Stacy sends. Hearts and rainbows and prayers. She's a good person, Stacy Stoltz. And you're right. I watch YouTube and media from other countries. You got to watch YouTube. Get unbiased information. I have to listen to Rebecca's song. I don't know what song she's talking about. I'm going to listen to it though. All right, you guys. That's it for me. I think I've been on for 1 hour, 30 seconds. I've been on for 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 16 seconds. So I've been on for an hour and a half. I'm going to sign off. Is this the beginning of my decline? I just found my multiple purpose cleaner in the refrigerator. Yo, Therabob, that is funny. Therabob, thank you for sharing that. Therabob saying he found a multi-purpose cleaner in his refrigerator. My mom, sometimes she puts our food too close to cleaning supplies. It's not good. You got to keep your cleaning supplies away from your food. You're going to poison yourself. Oh. Shalane says not all are Catholics. I think the majority of Mexicans are Catholic. I do think the majority. I didn't say all. I don't think I said all. Patricia Williams says, stick a pin in him for me, please. You got it, Rebecca. This is my longest pin. It's the yellow one, which makes sense because he's a coward. Donald Trump is a coward. Most bullies are. Most bullies are cowards. So this is for Patricia Williamson. And we're going to go right here. And there you go. That's for you, Patricia. I had to stop doing that. People said it was kind of creepy. I was doing that often last year. Oh, Stacy Stoltz is telling everybody happy Friday. Spirit in the Sky says just follow the golden rule. Lisa wants to see men in kilts. Oh, Lassie, would you like to see me hanging? Would you like to see what's under here, girl? No! Midas is reporting that the ceasefire is over. I love being Jewish, Stacy. I have friends. I've grown up with Jewish friends. This has nothing against Jewish people. It has everything to do with the government of Israel and the military. And there's a very dark presence over there that wanted everybody to fight. Jewish people are beautiful people. The people that live in Israel, the Jewish people, are beautiful people. It's the government and the military and the people making the money. It's all about money. Stacy Stoltz, I am Jewish, Jerry. I figured. Stoltz, I always thought that. We ask our Blessed Mother to intercede for us with her son. I don't think people understand that. Exactly. We're not praying to Mary as much as we're praying with Mary. Mary, Mother of Jesus, talk to your son on my behalf. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong. It doesn't mean you love Jesus any less, I don't think. Tina says, you're right, Jerry. I'm sorry that happened to your dad. I was so upset. I called up the hospital, the University of Pennsylvania, and I'm like, he was there with you guys and you sent him home with the injured foot. What the fuck? He's in pain. You could see the indentation on his foot for days because his feet had edema. His heart was failing. So, of course, his feet were swollen. But it was a terrible thing. I felt so bad for my father. And since he had heart and lung cancer and he was getting weak, he was already a fall risk. Add an injured foot from a technician running over your foot, now you're really a fall risk. So therefore, that's why I stayed next to my dad 23 hours a day. I only left my father 1 hour a day in the morning to go home and shower, check my mail, and come back. Because I don't know if you remember, but in 2021, if you were sick, you couldn't have visitors in the hospital. So you can imagine being on hospice, dying in the hospital, and your family can't see you? I mean, oh, I'm sorry oh my God. Frugal Anissa says, oh, that hoe would. I called up the x-ray department. I said, I want to know who the technician was that did my father's x-ray. Well, we can't provide that information. I said, well, she rolled over my dad's foot, came in like a fucking hurricane, acted like an asshole, didn't greet my mom, didn't instruct my father to move or excuse me. You know, when if a technician or a physician, if any medical professional comes in and just starts to touch you, it's assault. You got to fucking explain what you're doing. Hi, I'm Susan. I'm going to take a chest x-ray now. Mr. Doran, can you please watch your feet? Sit up for me if you can. Let me help you. Let me position you the way I want you positioned. She come in, boom, goes over my dad's foot, doesn't say anything to my mom, doesn't give my dad instructions, just starts placing the plates and doing this shit. I mean, I wish Frugalinista was with me that day. I would have wanted to I wish I had someone that would go back to the hospital with me, march upstairs, find the administration, and talk to them. Because I was on the phone with like them 3 different times, and all they told me was, well, I'm sorry to hear that happened. We are not going to bill you. I said, I don't give a shit about your bill. My dad was 20 years Air Force. He has great insurance. His insurance will cover his hospital stay. What I want to know is, who the hell rolled over my dad's foot? And what are you doing about it? That's what I want to know. So anyway, it brings me back because I was so fucking upset. It's not enough that your dad is dying of heart and lung cancer. Now he comes home because the x-ray tech rolled over his foot with the fucking x-ray machine. You're not supposed to go to the hospital to get injured. You're supposed to go to the hospital to be assessed, treated as best as you can, and sent home. Not to come home worse than when you were there. Primum non nocere. First, no harm. First, do no harm. And I see it all the time. People don't know right. If you don't know the right thing to say to somebody, shut the fuck up. If you don't know how to handle them, walk away. Find someone who can. You hear doctors say stupid things all the time, don't you? I do. And this whole HIPAA thing about privacy and all that shit. Have you ever been at the doctor's office in the waiting room or wherever when you go to see your physician and you're in the waiting room and there's 8 people around and you walk up to the clerk and she's like, what's your social security number? And you're fucking spitting it out. Oh, so do you still have diarrhea? No. Or, whatever the conversation is, there's nothing private about it. If they really believed in privacy and dignity, they wouldn't have it set up the way they have it set up. Am I wrong? Have you ever walked into your doctor's office or wherever you go and you're talking to the person at the front desk? Don't you think you're revealing a lot of information out in the open that all the people are listening to? Rebecca's saying her husband's trying to grow a mustache. Why are you yelling at us? I don't know. I'm yelling at the x-ray tech. Ah! I'm sorry, Christy. You know me, I'm a little messed up. Patricia Williamson says, I live on the border of Scotland. I will keep a lookout for you, Aggie. Spirit in the Sky says, my mom was a nurse. Nurses are awesome. Gail Ann sharing, when I was a kid, my mom and all her friends in the neighborhood would get together every day for coffee and then would watch the soap operas. That's cute. I'm sure their husbands appreciated that when they came home from work and nothing was, there's no dinner. Oh, did you guys watch? No, I'm teasing. It was a different time. Oh. Yes, Jerry, I am looking for a man with a kilt. I have a kilt. It's black and gray. So Tina did lose a child. She said a little patient. Oh my God. Losing children's the worst. I have my own traumas mentally and visually. I can see the kids that I had treated in the ER. Nothing is worse than a fire. I've had patient. I still remember a family in Chinatown in Philadelphia were brought into us from a fire. It's a terrible, terrible thing to see kids injured. Tina, I'm sorry that you had to go through. Tina, that's part of being a medical professional. It's difficult to see kids hurt. Why does the strong arm look like chicken legs to me? Who is Margie talking about? I don't know. I got chicken legs? I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. Patricia Williams says, I love the rabbit ornaments. Is that funny? I played tennis. My mom, we all ran. My brother, we ran as well, but that's so funny. I am retired. I'm 62 years old. I am done. I am done. Spirit in the Sky says, I still have black and white pictures of my mom and dad. I'll show you black and white of my mom and dad. I have one on the computer. And then I'm going to get off. Here's my mom and I at Homestead Air Force Base in Florida. Friday, June 19th, 7:56 a.m. My mom and dad on their wedding day. My mom and her brothers. This is my mom's twin. They're twins. And then Uncle Tommy and Uncle Bobby are twins. And my Uncle Eddie, he's the oldest. He was my godfather. Policeman, merchant marine, fireman, construction. Oops. Student council, high school, Robin, Jerry, Patty, Penny, Joyce Prickett, Jerry Lodge. Well, anyway, you're talking about black and white. This is my dad and his brother, Uncle Georgie. That's it. I just want to show you. Someone was saying that they love old pictures. I was just sharing some old pictures and black and white ones, like Spirit in the Sky said. Rebecca says she remembers visiting her dad in a smoking room at the hospital. Do you remember that? Remember high school? The teachers had their own lounge and you go in there to find a teacher. I would be sent to go find a teacher and you open up the door of that lounge. It was nothing but smoke. Jeff says he remembers when he was a kid needing stitches in the ER and the doctor was smoking a cigarette. Patricia Williams saying, I used to be a nurse, so I know that machine. It's a big, cumbersome x-ray machine. She should have used a lot more caution entering my father's room. She rolled right over his foot. Bob, hey, Thorough Bob, have a great time playing wherever you're playing. You look very kind, like a Disney character. What the hell? That's so funny. Oh, smoke all over, please, Jerry. Oh my gosh, it was. Jerry, I hope you're well. We're having another heat wave in England. Yo, Joe Ma, good day. Joe Ma's my buddy in the United Kingdom saying, hope we're all well. They're having another heat wave in England. It's 92 degrees there. I guess the pubs are very packed. Oh, thank you for letting me show you the pictures, Rebecca and Stacy. Uh, I'll show you. I took this picture shortly a few years before my dad got sick, but that's their wedding night, and then this is my parents. They got older. My mom and dad. This is us in Panama. There's my brother, sister, and I. That's my brother and I I think we were in Florida. My brother and I fell asleep on my dad. I think all dads had a big black recliner. Didn't all fathers? Did your father have a big black recliner? My dad always had a recliner. And if he walked into the room and you were sitting on his recliner, you got up because that was his seat. You know, he's the man of the house. That's his chair. It's the throne. And my brother and I got up one morning. I think it was a Saturday morning. The parents probably had a party the night before. And my dad and my brother and I fell asleep on my dad's lap. My mom took this picture. My dad and I. Oh. I won't bother you anymore. Oh, I'm taking my mom. My mom's birthday is the 24th of June. Her twin, my Uncle Franny. This is a picture of my mom and her brother. My mom wants to go into Brooklyn next week to see her brother, and we're going to take my Uncle Francis out to lunch, and we're all going to go back up to the cemetery to see our grandparents and uncles, their grandparents and aunts and uncles. So this is my mom and my Uncle Francis at the Greenwood Cemetery last year. I took my mom up there to see their mom. There's my mom and her brother. So that's just one of the stones in the cemetery. Anyway, I'm going to get off. Here's my dad going in the pool. Daddy. All right, enough of show and tell. I try to keep you guys entertained as long as I can. And I appreciate sharing things with you because I want you to get out of your own head. So, Christy is my girlfriend up in Ottawa. Her name is Christy, but she goes by Curlz, Curls. Curls, you know me. I'm sorry when I start raising my voice. It's not at you. It's at the situation. And I'm sorry I wasn't yelling at you. I love you guys. You know I do. Stacy Solt says, I love my dad. Stacy, I can tell you're a good person. I can tell you probably were a daddy's girl. Sarah Bob says, my brain is in slow motion. Brooke says, hi, Jerry, you're so much like your dad. Cuteness overload. You're so cute. Patricia, thank you for being such a nice person. Happy Father's Day, everyone in the world. Oh, yeah. When's Father's Day? It's coming up, right? Stacy Stoltz. Love you. Titan Bruce says, I remember my dad sitting in the recliner watching the Merv Griffin show. Yo, Jeff, my dad used to sit in the recliner, and I always like to sit on the floor with my back to the couch. I used to give the couch to my brother and sister so they could lay down. They used to lay on the couch, and there wasn't enough room, so I always took the floor. I never mind taking the floor, but I used to sit on the floor. I used to love watching my father laugh. I don't remember us watching Merv Griffin, but we would watch the Munsters. And my dad, we would just laugh. Do you remember the Munsters? It was freaking hilarious. Herman Munster. Holy shit. What a funny show. Oh my God. Gomer Pyle, the Munsters that we would watch, Walton's Mountain as a family. And we had so many good shows back in the day. All in the Family, Kung Fu. Oh my God. This is the last time I took my parents out. I bought tickets to go see Shun Shui or Fan Shu or Sun Shua, some Chinese dance troupe. And we wind up leaving at halftime. What do they call it? When you go to a show in the theater, what is it? Halfway through? Anyway, there was a break and we left. Terrible. Anyway, this is the last picture I took of my mom and dad when we went out together. I'll tell you, I'm going to get off now, but one of the biggest blessings you can give your children is to when your dad loves your mom and you know that your dad loves your mom, that is a great feeling. When your mom loves your dad, it's a great feeling. So to all the parents out there, loving parents, God bless you. And my dad was a great dad. So happy Father's Day to Jeff and to Therabob. All the guys, happy Father's Day to you. And I hope you guys have a great Friday. It's only 8 o'clock. I hate getting off with you. I can't believe we've only been on for 2 hours. But what the hell am I going to do? I think I'm going to... Oh, here's my sister's wedding. Remember I told you my sister got married to this guy? It's my sister's wedding. There's my brother Tommy. He's not smiling. I don't think he's too smart. My dad's happy. My sister's happy. He's dazed and confused. Duh. My mom's happy, and I'm happy. I'm next to my mom. That's it. Enough show and tell. Rebecca says it's a parent's job to teach kids how to live and how to live through the examples. Yeah. My mom worked at a bank and knew the owner of the local cinema. We would get free tickets to the movies when we were kids. How freaking fun. Jeff getting away with murder out there. Intermission. That's what it's called, Patricia. You're smart. I love people smarter than me. I really do. Stacy, thank you. My parents are beautiful people. They really are, inside and out. They're just... My parents grew up 2 blocks away from each other in Brooklyn, New York. My dad's known my mom his whole life. She was just 5 years younger than him. Brooke is saying he lost his dad 13 years ago. She lost her father 13 years ago, and she misses him so much. I can maybe. Maybe. Are you coming on later, Jerry? Yeah, it's 8 a.m. How about I see you guys around, I don't know, 11? I'll be in the pool at 11, and I'll hang out with you guys for another whatever. I'm not in any rush. Diane said, God bless and watch over you always. God bless you. Father's Day is this Sunday. Oh, yo, Jeff, Happy Father's Day to you. Jeff is in Cape Coral, Florida. He has a wife. He has his parents still. He still has his mom and dad. He has children, and he has grandchildren. Jeff is a very blessed man, and I'm happy he's here. Like, he's the normal person. I mean, he represents what most men would love. To have a beautiful wife still, to have his kids around him, his grandkids around him. I admire Jeff. I really do. I'm not just saying that. I mean, that's a nice thing. God has blessed him. Yeah. Stacy, I'm sorry about your dad. And Brooke, thank you for saying such nice things about mine. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. I got to make some phone calls, and I'm sure you guys are going to be busy. What are you guys doing today? Like, it's Friday. What are you guys doing? Marcy Baker says, hello, my friend, Florida friend. I'm 59 and has 7 grandkids. That's amazing. The time is 8:11 a.m. All right, guys. God bless you guys. I'll see you at 11 a.m. We're going to go swimming for a little bit. We'll have fun. All right. Love you guys. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Peace out from South Jersey. God bless you. And I will see you at 11 a.m. All right. Talk to you in a little bit. Bye, bro.